Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Real Men Real Style. Today I'm going to be talking about understanding fiber types and weaves. All right, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing that, these videos will come right to you. In addition, if you like this, if you find it useful, please click down below on the like button. And finally, I'm going to link you to an article in which I talk more about fabric types and weaves and get into a lot more detail with this because this video is going to be really short. And it is the response to a question I received. And it's, "Hi, Antonio. I have a quick question for you. I bought some Peter Millar neckties and they're 100% silk, but they look and feel like a flannel wool. It has a slightly felted surface. I emailed Peter Millar, and even the customer service didn't have an answer as to why it was so. They want me to take pictures to send it to them. I thought you may know how they manufactured this and why it doesn't feel like a normal silk." Okay, this is a great question, and what it comes down to is that most of the times we've got an impression of what a fabric should feel like. If I say cotton, something comes to your mind and you've got an idea of what cotton should be like. If I say wool, something comes to your mind and you have an idea of what wool should be like. And the same for silk neckties. If I say silk neckties, for 99.9% of people, it's a very smooth, close your eyes and think of it. It's very smooth, lustrous. Like this necktie right here, very nice. But what the gentleman who wrote me, what he has is it is a silk necktie, but it's actually been woven non-traditionally. So normally we'll see what's called a satin weave, and that's a reflective weave. It's one that's very tight, and that's what we see in neckwear, and that's most of the time, 99.9% of the time, what silk is woven into. But what he has here is a complex three-dimensional weave, which is actually using a napped surface. And so this is a weave in which they may have, I don't know, used a basket or a twill weave. I'd have to actually look at it, probably a basket weave. And they've mixed it with another three-dimensional weave. If you can imagine, basically they've finished and they've refined the fabric so that it's got a little bit of silk hairs that come out, and that gives it a very napped feel. So in the same way that this is wool, this jacket is wool, yet it's a tweed, and it's got a very soft, you almost want to, you almost want to go to sleep in something like this. But it's the same wool, it's made from the same fabric as a worsted wool suit, which has a very soft, very slick, it's not going to have this napped surface, which is that hair. It's a very straight surface on there. So hopefully that makes a big sense. Again, go to the link down below. I'll try to explain this more in an article. But it comes down to our expectations that all silk has to be a certain way, and all wool has to be a certain way, and all cotton has to be a certain way. And a great example is synthetic fibers. So think about fleece, and then think about some of your activewear. Fleece is very soft, it keeps you very warm, it's very thick, versus some of that activewear, it's very thin, it pulls sweat right from your body. Other times you've probably had something made from polyester, which is really, really bad quality. Other times you've got something made from a more modern polyester or rayon or one of these other fabrics out there, combinations, and it actually feels very nice, and it's something that you love to wear. So understanding that what the fabric is only one part of the story. You've also got to understand the weave, and there were a number of other components. But to answer this gentleman's question, it is probably 100% silk, and what it comes down to is it's been woven in a complex pattern that gives it that napped surface is what you're feeling. Okay, hopefully that cleared it up. Again, go to the article. I'll try to teach you more about synthetic fibers, about cotton, about wool, and we'll also talk a little bit about weaves. But this has been Antonio Centeno with Real Men Real Style. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.